So something that I very, very quickly learned over the about month span of time at which I have had my iPad is that my cat really, really likes the concept of the Apple Pencil, and he wishes nothing more than to just beat it up, I guess, because anytime I'm using it, or if he just like straight up sees it anywhere, he will try his best to play with it and smack it around, and that's not okay because it's very expensive. I love him and it's real cute and all, but oh my god! So I have been using my iPad that I purchased about a month ago quite a bit recently. I've been having a lot of fun using it, drawing on it, playing with it, watching Hulu and Netflix on it. I've been having a very good time with it, and I have drawn quite a bit on it, so I figured I would just make a compilation video of a lot of the art I have done on it. I don't include every single piece I've drawn on it so far in this video because I only included 10, and 10 is a lot in my opinion. I included 10 speed paints in this video basically of just what I've drawn through Procreate. And if you don't know, the nice thing about Procreate is that it does record your screen when you're making marks. So instead of like a screen recording app, screen recording apps would record the time at which you're not doing anything on the screen, but Procreate automatically records whenever you're making a mark on the screen, which is really convenient, especially for artists who post to social media, because so many people have been posting Procreate speed paints to like Instagram, and I'm sure other places. I don't use Twitter for art, but I'm sure there's stuff on Twitter. I don't know. Can you post videos to Twitter? I think so. I don't know. I don't use Twitter. But it is really nice from an artistic standpoint. Obviously, Procreate is intended for art, so like, duh. But it is a very convenient feature. And I'm recording this video of like recording my physical iPad instead of just like the digital view of it, just because I feel like it's more visually appealing to look at it this way instead of just the actual screen recording, so that is why I'm doing it this way. But I've been having so much fun using Procreate. It's such a fun app. I don't get like too crazy with Procreate. I don't experiment too much. I've kind of found a style that's very similar to how I used to do my digital art, or how I would do my digital art, I should say, on my computer. I just did it super infrequently, which is why I wanted the iPad to begin with, just because it's like super convenient for doing digital art. You don't have to be near a computer. You can take it all on the go. If you want to move around your house, you can go for it. And that is something that I really appreciate about the iPad. And I know it was like very expensive and intimidating purchase, but I am really happy still that I bought this. I've used it so much within the past month or so, and if it broke, I would probably buy another one because it's expensive, but I really like it. So when I use Procreate, I do use the standard sizes that Procreate already like comes with as far as the canvas sizes go. I either stick with like the square size or I use the screen size, and I don't know off the top of my head the pixel dimensions of those, but my images tend to be between like 1000 to 2000 pixels in either direction, and then if it's something that just won't fit in that space, I crop it to size, which you can do over Procreate. It's such a cool app. I mentioned it in my video that I have about my iPad and Procreate just when I got it initially, and I personally used Paint Tool Sci on my computer with digital art, and I feel like I can do the exact same amount of stuff within Procreate that I could do on Paint Tool Sci. You can make transparent backgrounds, you can use like filters over your layers, you can adjust the saturation, etc. So it is a very functional app for art. Obviously, you can't get certain things that like stronger apps, I should say, have, or stronger programs have, like Photoshop. You can't get Photoshop effects on this app as of the time being. I don't know if they're ever gonna add like more detailed stuff like inserting gradients or text or anything like that, but that's not something that I really need personally. So for an app, I think it's very wonderful for any artist. I feel like any artist could get a lot of use out of this. Plus you can export files as Photoshop files, so like even if you wanted to add stuff on your computer separately, you could. And then as far as brushes go, I mainly stick with using the technical pen. I think it's the technical pen is what I go ahead and use most of the time. I use that for sketching and line art as well as coloring. Sometimes I use the technical pencil for sketching, but I don't use that for line art just because I personally really like a crisp and like smooth, very clean line art. That's just my personal preference, obviously. A lot of people stick with technical pencil. I also use some of the airbrushing tools as shading, and then I play around with some of the other brushes, but as of the time being, I've only used a small handful of other brushes, but they do have a huge variety of other brushes. I keep saying the word brushes. They have a huge variety though, so you can achieve a lot of different effects, which is really cool. And then I do believe like some people make like extra downloadable packs for Procreate, I think that's a thing. I haven't looked into it myself, but I've seen people mention it before, so I think that's a thing. But I have been having so much fun playing with Procreate. It's really nice just having a way to do digital art that is super convenient. I've mentioned it before, I don't really like doing digital art at my computer because I'm lazy. I know that sounds super lazy, but I don't really like sitting at my computer to draw. It hurts my back because I'm old. I'm an old person, I guess. So that's something that I've really appreciated about the iPad. It just makes it really convenient and easy to do digital art. And that's why so many people have purchased it, just because it's so nice. It's so nice. I love it so much. So I know I will be using this a lot more in the future. I've definitely cooled down on using it. When I first got it, my first week, I drew something new basically every single day, at least one new thing every single day. And since then, I have been balancing traditional and digital art. So I appreciate that though. It's nice that I'm not sticking to solely traditional or solely digital. I have a mixture of both that I'm doing on a regular basis. But I think also having this has helped me draw more frequently. I definitely don't draw every single day, but I've been drawing almost every single day, so that's really nice. And then also, I did get a matte screen protector with this iPad. Initially, I purchased a tempered glass one, but the screen protector was a tiny bit off, so when I put on the case, it cracked it because the case is really tight. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm not upset about that at all because it was very slick with the tempered glass one. Pretty much right after I purchased the screen protector, I saw people saying get a matte one if you're going to use this to draw because it has more grip, and I completely agree with that. Some people said it took away from the actual quality of the image. I think it did the tiniest bit, but I really don't notice a difference. But definitely the extra grip is super noticeable and very helpful. I was okay with working on the screen without any kind of grip, but it definitely made a positive difference in my opinion, so I would highly recommend getting an anti-glare matte screen protector if you're using an iPad to draw on. It helps a lot, I promise. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.